I want to share with you some updates about my home country, Venezuela. So many of you still don't know I'm Venezuelan. I had to get out of the country like 9 or 10 years ago because of political persecution. I was extremely critical of Hugo Chavez government back in 2012. That got me into a lot of trouble. And I'm still really critical of Maduro, of course, and the control opposition. I've been critical of everything that is going on there, and that is keeping this narco-terrorist state standing. This is a narco-terrorist tyranny dominating everything that has to do with Venezuelan life, and has been heartbreaking seeing that so many people have lost hope. So many millions of Venezuelans have left the country. Also have no way. People inside Venezuela have no way of surviving if it's not for the money sent by their family and friends in other countries. It has been a tragedy in every single way. And well, the news that I wanted to share with you is that President Trump just confirmed that the United States military took out a drug boat coming from Venezuela from the United States. For the United States, we just shot out a drug-carrying boat. This is significant because the whole Maduro regime is sustained because of drug trade. Cartel de los Soles. The Cartel de los Soles is basically the way that they control this all these routes, all how they finance so much stuff. Of course, oil has been a big part of Venezuela's economy. They have stolen trillions of dollars. There has been the amount of money stolen from oil by these factions is something that it's cannot be calculated. It's something insane. It's insane numbers, and they have used this to basically know how to steal elections, how to, well, it's like perfection. It's like, how would I say this? Is to make perfect this process of all the drug trade with right now with Colombia, with Mexico as well, and of course into the United States. I made a couple of videos about Venezuela. The latest that I made, I'm going to leave a link in the description, is one called, this is my last video about Venezuela, that you can see that it was not my last video about Venezuela. And maybe if things go well, if this go the way that I hope that they are going, maybe it will not be my last video about Venezuela after all. In that video, I explained the current situation of Venezuela in terms of the Maduro regime and the opposition that is not the best scenario so far. But this is a great change. This is a great thing because it means that the Trump administration is willing to hit the Maduro regime from a drug cartel's perspective. And that would be awesome because everybody knows that Maduro is the head of this cartel, and that's why they raised the bounty on Maduro's head to $50 million. They know where Maduro is. They know what this is about. Sadly, it is not as easy to fix the country as just, let's say, getting Maduro and others, like 30 people, out of the equation. Let's speak in those terms. But it would be a great beginning. It would be an awesome beginning of this. Let's watch this clip.
When you come out and when you leave the room, you'll see that we just, over the last few minutes, literally shot out a boat, a drug-carrying boat, a lot of drugs in that boat. And you'll be seeing that, and you'll be reading about that. It just happened moments ago, and our great general, head of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, who's been so incredible, including what took place in Iran, knocking out potential nuclear power for a long time to come. I think within a month they would have had it if we didn't do what we did. But he gave us a little bit of a briefing, and you'll see. And there's more where that came from. We have a lot of drugs pouring into our country, coming in for a long time, and these came out of Venezuela and coming out very heavily from Venezuela. A lot of things are coming out of Venezuela, so we took it out, and you'll get to see that after this meeting.
So that's when he updated his Truth Social account earlier this morning. On my orders, U.S. military forces conducted a kinetic strike against positively identified Tren de Aragua narco-terrorists in the Southcom area of responsibility. TDA is a designated foreign terrorist organization operating under the control of Nicolas Maduro, responsible for mass murder, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, and acts of violence and terror across the United States and Western Hemisphere. The strike occurred while the terrorists were at sea in international waters transporting illegal narcotics heading to the United States. The strike resulted in 11 terrorists killed in action. No U.S. forces were harmed in this strike. Please let this serve as notice to anybody even thinking about bringing drugs into the United States of America. Beware. Thank you for the attention to this matter. We have this, and we have also Marco Rubio's confirmation, and well, the video speaks for itself. Now there was the vessel and the strike that completely obliterated, and I'm happy they did that. I'm happy that the Trump administration is doing this, because this is a step to literally, as General Flynn said on one tweet, making Venezuela great again. We need that. Maduro is asking Trump to let's talk about this. Let's do something. Maduro is now begging President Trump not to take military action against Venezuela, insisting both nations can instead work together to end drug trafficking. That is simply not possible. The only way is the way that the Trump administration is taking. And just as a passing mention too, so you understand the kind of stuff that we Venezuelans have had to deal with in terms of the controlled opposition. You might remember that in Trump's first term, he invited the Venezuelan interim president to Congress. This wanker right here, right? Trump invited him. They greeted him. Oh, so nice. Yeah, it's control opposition. He and others, such as Leopoldo Lopez, they stole an awful amount of money given precisely to liberate Venezuela in some way. And now this guy, Juan Guaido, was seen at the U.S. Open, in the expensive seats, because that's the life that he's living, thanks to these donations after fleeing Venezuela. As you know, he had to flee Venezuela. No, he actively prevented the ousting and being able to actually fix things in Venezuela. He was control opposition. We had to deal with. I called him out in 2019. I lost all those family and friends that still don't talk to me over this, but apparently I was to blame for his actions. But you know how it is. I just want my country back. I just want Venezuela to be free again. That would be awesome, because I don't remember the last time I felt like that. Last time I really felt like that, I didn't know I was actually free. It was like 1998. Go figure how so many years ago, a quarter of a century ago, more than a quarter of a century, we were free. And at some point, you just know that the only way to fix this is with firepower. So it is my wish that fighting these drug cartels, they go all the way and actually make Venezuela great again. I wanted to share this with you because I know that some of you want to know what updates on what is going on with my country. All right? I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Bar Language Guy. Much love and bliss.